But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So what I'm going to do is basically cut off areas that, like my goal is as consistent of cross-sectional area as possible. And so I think I can go from about there to about there. It's going to be a short piece, but I think we can still do mechanical testing. And so we have this thing that's a bone saw. Okay, I'll go ahead and turn it on. And the way this works is we basically put whatever we're going to cut in here. This blade will spin, and then we will let it basically fall onto the blade. And the way we control the descent is by adjusting this thing up or down to a certain weight, right? And so if I adjust it way up here, it's pushing harder because it's a lot heavier, whereas if I'm down here where we're going to be for chicken bones, it's going to cut a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and stick this chicken bone in here. I might have to take it all the way off to do that, yeah. So this saw isn't really that sharp. I can't really cut myself with it, but it just uses friction, and it does have abrasive on the sides that will cut through the material. So it's kind of like a saw that they would use to take off casts. It doesn't cut your skin, but cuts off the cast material. Okay, so I can also wind this thing this way so I can move it out as much as possible. I'm just trying to line up where I want to cut right now. That's pretty good if I can. All right, let's go ahead and get these things tightened. So in this little tub below where the saw is, you might be able to see, there's just some water, and that's for lubrication. And so the saw picks up some water down at the bottom, and then it lubricates it as it cuts. Just make sure that's tight in there. It's going to cut right there. Okay. And so the speed we're going to set at 200. I think I told you 100 is a good weight for cutting the bone. So we're going to go ahead and close this. Let the bone kind of drop on there, and I just have to hit blade, and it will start cutting. And it's just using friction and the weight to do it, and it's through. Okay, so I can put down the weight again. So you see we have a nice clean cut of the bone there. And now we're just going to have to flip this around to do the same thing on the other side. This is not perfect because, it would be very difficult to do the math when we have such a changing cross-sectional area to do it exactly, and that would be like the next level to do, but we're just making a quick estimate first. Okay, and so we're just going to try to get a bone piece that looks like it's about the same area, but we can't be perfect. All right, there we go. Okay, and there's our short little bone segment that we're going to save and use for mechanical testing. Okay, and so like I said, I will repeat the same process for the other 4 chicken parts, and then I'll come back and show you guys what we got to do to clean this thing up.